Room Tone Podcast is a show produced by us, three movie nerds shooting the shit while talking about shooting the shit.
Each episode builds upon the last, so we recommend starting at the beginning.
Now, let's make a movie.
We got a friend on the show.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
On this episode of the Room Tone Podcast, we have a very special guest. His name is Jake, and he has been a very good friend of mine, my best friend, for most of our lives. And he's very musically gifted. So we invited Jake on to this episode to discuss a theme song for Room Tone Podcast.
And we're so excited. Jake, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Yay, Jake!
Thank you all so much for having me.
Of course.
You're welcome.
We've been looking forward to this moment for so long.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've been ready for this moment for ages.
I'm so excited to bring on another artist and talk about their art and what they're doing.
I'm excited to talk to y'all about your art.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I'm a true fan.
Oh, we appreciate
We
that
love
so
it.
much.
I am Jacob Hunter Richardson, and I sent in a photo of Boca to the show as requested. I thought maybe it'd be cute.
Cute!
It was very cute.
It's super cute.
Oh, thank you.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's so cute.
I love that.
I love that. Yeah, absolutely.
Jake, you killed it with the Boca picture.
No
Thank
kidding.
you. I'm happy to hear that.
Y'all are really bringing the game. These shout outers
Yeah.
love that you guys are doing that.
fucking killing it.
Yeah.
Like you guys are. Yeah, it's
Artiste.
so fun.
My name's Austin Rapeza, and fun fact about me, I do not like Punch Drunk Love. That was the latest movie I watched,
Oh.
and I was not a fan.
I don't even know what that is.
It's an Adam Sandler movie that was created, I believe,
Right.
in 2006 or 2003. Paul Thomas Anderson. Yeah, I just wasn't a fan. The main character was not likable at all, and they try to pitch it as a romance story, but the entire time I was like, dude, this guy's dangerous.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of a comedy too?
It's kind of a comedy, yeah. There's shot very beautifully, I will say.
Okay. That's a redeeming quality.
Yeah, I love the color grade on it, all the things that they do with color, and just the various ways that they transitions between scene to scene.
Yeah.
I think those are very fun, but overall, I wasn't a fan.
The writing wasn't there for you?
No,
Fair enough. All right.
Has anyone seen There Will Be Blood?
I have not.
That's the only one of his I think that I've seen.
Oh,
Which I
okay.
watched a couple months ago and actually really liked it.
Did you really?
Oh.
Yeah. I think it came out
Interesting.
2007.
I've never even heard of this.
Well, if it's the same director, he probably has the same taste in cinematography and
Oh yeah, the
these kinds of
cinematography was amazing.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it just felt
In an Adam Sandler movie?
Yeah.
I need to look it up.
Well, he has serious roles, and that's what I was
yeah.
really excited for. I love seeing Adam Sandler in serious roles, like Uncut Gems, Rain on Me, even Big Daddy. Although it was comedic, it was they had serious undertones, and I enjoyed that.
Big Daddy has such a place in my heart.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
50 First Dates does have a place in my heart also.
Yeah,
That one's also, it's adorable.
it really
I
is.
mean, it's just nice.
Mhm.
My name is Austin Swain, and Jake, you are hands down the best thing.
Oh,
What
I don't
movie?
even know what to say to this.
What movie is that from?
It's not from a movie.
Trick question. Not from a movie.
You son of a bitch.
But it is from a song.
Jake, do you know the reference?
The best thing?
Hands down the best thing.
About
Is it
him.
the greeting committee?
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. We can put in a fun sound effect there.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, thanks for the work.
Ding, ding, ding.
I'm impressed that I
Swain
got that.
fucking do it.
Yeah, the greeting committee, a band that's wonderful.
They are.
I saw them in concert recently and they were great.
I've never heard of them.
I think you would like them.
Do you
They're
like
happy.
indie rock?
Yeah, I do. I'm really weird with music because I really do enjoy it, but I don't follow it as closely as I do movies. And so whenever someone brings up a band, I'm usually kind of clueless. I don't necessarily know. I know mainstream people, or I know band names, but I don't know band members.
You just kind of know a song when you find it.
Yeah.
I mean, as the person being described as the music person here, you'd probably be surprised how much I don't really actually follow music that much.
Sure.
My taste has definitely changed a lot, and I find myself not getting super into specific artists for a long period of time.
Yeah.
But going through just different songs from various places. I don't know.
That makes sense.
I'm the opposite. I've liked the exact same music my entire life.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. And I
But also
still
so
find
cool.
new stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But I still have like Ashley Tisdale songs on the same playlist.
Ashley Tisdale.
Fuck
I've
yeah.
never heard you mention her.
Any Disney chick, like, I had a lot of their music, and I still like put it on my playlists.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say wow as in like a negative way. Like I also haven't heard. I haven't heard Ashley Tisdale's name in like years. So
that's so fair.
She sings a song about role playing that's very good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like role playing?
Yeah. It's like my favorite trope is girls who are on Disney and then have their slut era and made a bunch of like sexy songs. Mm-hmm. That era is the shit.
So are you into Miley Cyrus?
I liked Miley Cyrus for a little bit, but she's like really transitioning into a style of music that I don't really like.
Mm-hmm. That's
like,
fair.
Like, and I don't like country at all, so it's kind of whatever.
You were already away from Hannah Montana before Miley Cyrus happened.
Did you watch Hannah Montana?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I did too.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Lily.
Best of both worlds, motherfucker.
My name is Maddie, and I'll give you some recommendations, as a matter of fact, from my playlist audience. We've got Masquerade by Ashley Tisdale.
Wow.
Would recommend. We've got Cool for the Summer by Demi Lovato.
I love that song.
It's so good,
much.
and that's like totally the same era.
It's so banging, yeah.
I'll throw out my Disney Turn Bad song.
Yeah.
Dig 'Em Up from the hit soundtrack Holes.
Oh.
And Shia LaBeouf.
How does that song go?
Yeah.
Huh?
How does that song go?
Okay, I guess we're gonna do this. Sorry. Dig 'Em Up. I can't do it. Do it.
Holes, also known as Kids, Shawshank Redemption.
Oh my god, yeah, holy
Literally.
shit.
Whoa, true. I've never thought of it that way.
I loved Holes.
Yeah, I do too.
Sorry, you were going to sing?
No.
Okay. Yeah, no, Austin, please sing for us.
I'm okay.
I don't know the song. I can't sing.
Jake, would you like to do the honors?
Oh,
you should.
And initiate?
Okay. And pause for room tone.
All right, guys. Do you have a particular album or genre of music you listen to get into the creative vibe?
Oh.
Scores, probably.
Scores.
Yeah.
I agree. I have like a whole playlist on Spotify called Instrumental to Inspiration.
Oh.
Where I put my favorite movie scores just to get into that vibe of creativity.
Are there certain films or like certain tracks from scores?
Well, lately it's been Everything Everywhere All at Once. I've been really digging their soundtrack. I also go into like the Grand Budapest Hotel, Alexander Desplat.
Oh yeah,
I believe his name. Yep. I listen to a lot of his stuff.
Oh yeah, he did Imitation Game and I think Tree of Life.
Yeah.
Oh.
You haven't seen that, Tree of Life?
I haven't seen that one. I love Imitation Game, though.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorite drama. I just really like the way that movie's put together.
I remember seeing that because my dad and I were going to go to American Sniper and it was sold out, so we saw that one instead.
Oh, what a
blessing.
Yeah, what a change up.
And then we saw American Sniper and it was like, me.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Well, and I'm really happy your evening went that way.
Me too.
Wait, what was the question?
Whatever you vibe to like get you into that creative funk.
For me, it's like chill step.
Chill step.
Yeah, like I used to listen to a lot of EDM, like late high school, and for the following, like probably 6 years after that, I was super into dubstep and like just dance music. Like EDM was pretty much all I listened to. And probably the main thing that stuck around from that is like the super low, chill, just like vibey electronic stuff. And that always really kind of feels good on my brain when I'm just trying to get in the zone.
Is that similar to lo-fi? Because I don't really know how to describe lo-fi because I don't listen to it.
I put them in a similar bucket. Lo-fi has got a lot more of like the like kind of those like heavy drum hits. I feel like that kind of chiller dubstep has a lot less like percussion.
For our audience, what song would you recommend to get like a good idea of the genre?
Oh shit, that's a great question. Like anything from Black Mill, Emancipator,
Joey Peccacaro or whatever.
He's actually super lo-fi, but he's a great lo-fi artist. If you haven't heard of him, Joey Pecoraro. I'm probably saying that wrong. I think you'd really like him, Jake. Very kind of dancey, dreamy, lo-fi.
I like Dancey and Dreamy.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely check him out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say of my favorites of them of like chill step would be like Black Mill, Emancipator, Odessa.
Yeah.
For a lot of their stuff.
Nice.
Good answer.
That is a good answer.
Wow.
Look at you. You just listed some of your favorite things.
Yeah.
Dang, I'm not usually good at that.
Yeah. That's growth, baby.
All right, Maddie, what's your answer?
I'm into like the epic music. I mean, like anything harder rock
Yeah.
or like scores from like badass fight scenes and movies.
Or like epic trailer music, that kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like shit that like sends a shiver down your spine. That's like exactly my favorite type of music.
Can you give me your peak song?
Oh my god, like
Mind
fucking
Heist by
Mind
Zach
Heist.
Kenzie?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh my god, yeah.
Literally, or actually I like this one better than Mind Heist. My favorite song of all time is Redemption by Zach Hemsey.
That's your favorite song of all time?
Yeah.
Whoa, cool.
I think objectively it's my favorite song ever.
I'll have to take a listen to that. I haven't heard that.
Fuck
Dude,
yeah.
I did listen to that one like a lot after we first heard
Because
it.
where did you find that song?
I liked Zach Hemsey because of Mind Heist.
I
Because
think
Mind Heist is the music from the Inception trailer.
Yeah.
And
then
it's
I
so
think-
epic.
I think Redemption was in the trailer for The Town also.
Oh,
was it? I
I feel like that
interesting.
one was used like,
Cool.
a few times.
I remember the trailer for The Town being so lit. I don't
I
know
don't
if
even know what
I
the
do too.
town
I remember
is.
like seeing it on TV and being like, this just looks cool.
like I never saw The Town, but I just remember seeing the trailer and being like, holy shit, like this looks crazy.
We actually started watching it a few weeks ago and then Elias got tired and took a nap, so we stopped.
That's like that older Ben Affleck movie, right?
Yeah.
From like
Well-
5 or 10 years ago.
2010.
I'm old, man.
It seemed very much like, not a ripoff, but like very similar to Heat. If
Okay.
anyone has seen that, which is like in my top 5 movies ever.
Really?
Yeah. I love that movie.
And it's hard to like a ripoff.
Yeah.
What is it you like about Heat? I haven't seen it actually.
I just love. I had like at that point I had never seen a crime movie that had that kind of style, like that kind of like cool. At the time, it was super modern style.
Oh yeah.
The cinematography was amazing. It was when I got super into like the letterbox, like anamorphic cinematography.
Totally.
And Al Pacino and Robert De Niro are just like so good in it, and there's so many like classic scenes. It's just like perfect to me.
That's awesome.
It like has such a nostalgia.
So so you said you also enjoy soundtrack music.
Yes.
What would you define as like peak song? Like what's your go-to? I know this will hype me up.
It's so hard.
I never heard of that song.
Oh yeah. There are so many that like have contributed to like super emotional scenes to me, but there aren't very many like that like will specifically make me cry. Like maybe like the Castaway soundtrack like could like at one point kind of like pretty reliably made me cry.
That's so fair.
But as far as like hyping me up, like definitely from like some from Inception
Yeah.
and like the Mad Max Fury Road soundtrack too has some like
Oh,
crazy
really?
good ones.
Oh, interesting.
I haven't seen Mad Max Fury Road
really?
in a long time.
I haven't either.
So maybe I'll have to take a rewatch at that because I don't remember any of the music.
I also like, not that it hypes me up, but like the Hereditary soundtrack was like a big deal to me because it was like it was like the first time I had listened to the score from a horror movie afterwards, and it was like too stressful to listen to.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
That- yeah, it was
That's
crazy.
cool. I should try listening to the Hereditary
Yeah,
playlist.
the track Party Crash is like so intense.
Oh, I love that.
Can I tell you guys something really dumb, like a dumb
Please.
joke I made about my tattoo?
Yeah.
Yes, please do.
So since we're talking about Hereditary, I have a Hereditary tattoo.
You do?
Yeah, on the back of my calf.
What is it?
It's a head of a pigeon with a crown on top of its head, a similar crown to the one in the movie. But someone noticed it one day and they asked, "Is that hereditary?" And I said, "No, it's a tattoo."
That's a good joke.
It's
I
such
like
a
it,
good
yeah.
joke.
It's my favorite joke.
It really is.
Yeah.
I had another really good recommendation for an epic song.
Ooh, heck yeah.
Let's hear it.
Helios by Audio Machine. That was the song that played in the Thor The Dark World trailer, and it's super hype.
Cool.
So I would totally recommend that one.
We might have to just build a little playlist and link it.
Yeah, that'd be
I would
fun.
love to do that. I love making playlists.
Fuck yeah.
I'm a little slut for that.
Yeah, playlists are my fucking shit, dude.
Yeah, that's a real pastime for you, Maddie, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I have like a 12-hour long Will Graham playlist,
That's crazy.
and it's perfection.
How long is your X-Files playlist?
monitoring.
While you're looking for that, can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
So Jake and Maddie, you guys went to high school with each other, right?
Mhm.
You guys
Went to middle school with each other.
middle school. What is the funniest story you guys have with one another?
I think my favorite one is when I ate the bad Hershey's Kisses.
Oh god.
Oh my god, let's hear
I
this.
felt so bad for you, but it was so funny.
All right. Tell us this one.
I don't even remember how it started.
Basically, okay, if anybody knows my grandmother, she likes to give people a lot of candy. And, like, she's the best woman ever, but, like, it's a lot. So, as a kid, I never wanted to throw away candy. So I just, like, kept it at my house. And then me and Jake were hanging out one day. And I was like, oh, I'm going to eat some of this candy. And I, like, grabbed it out of the bin, you know?
Yeah.
And started eating, like, multiples of them at a time. So, like, eating a lot of Hershey's Kisses, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember you having a literal mouthful.
Yeah.
You were living your best life. You can say it.
But then realized, like, wait, these don't taste good. And, like, looked at the expiration date and they were, like, 3 years old.
And there was like a moment of like 5 seconds of like complete silence and like literal like total fear on your face, like not ironic at all. And then you ran to the bathroom and like
Just spit it all out.
yeah, I couldn't tell if you were throwing up or spitting it out, but either way, I was like, oh, she's sad right now.
Not going well.
No, but like the best part about it is I remember like sitting on my bunk bed in the shadows and just like looking at you with like a mouthful of fucking bad Hershey's Kisses and just going, oh no.
I'm trying to think of another story. I recently thought of just like the time where I think you were the most mad at me, which was funny.
When was that?
It was when we were in art class, I think in like junior high.
Okay.
And I was painting like the earth or whatever. Fucking
As you do.
Whatever one paints in junior high.
Right.
And you had like some paint. We both needed blue paint, and I wanted like my specific shade.
Okay.
So I asked like, Maddie, can I have like some of yours and like mix it up, and then I can like put it on mine. And I think you thought I meant I was going to take some of yours and like give it to me and then mix that up with my own. But instead I just took your entire cup of paint and changed the color of it. And then you just like looked over your shoulder and you were like, why are you mixing my fucking paint? And I was like, you said I could use it. And I think you like took the cup back or something. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I can totally see that. Just dead faced.
And just like even in your reenactment, I just sound so like disappointed.
No
like
shit.
I'm always like, why?
It was very earnest.
That's on brand.
I can't believe how much of our high school experience I don't remember. I was funny and mean back then. Like
You still are.
So what are we doing here?
Well, Jake here is going to assist us in creating the official Room Tone theme song.
That's right.
Yeah, it's time. We fucking deserve it.
No kidding.
You do.
Little celebration for us hopping off development.
Are you like now kind of like in pre-production?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, the next part is writing a script, so that's what we have going on now.
Yeah, as of the latest episode, we finished kind of getting a really detailed outline. And so, yeah, we're kind of past development, moving into actual planning and fine-tuning.
Yeah, like we know what's
exciting.
gonna happen and
Awesome.
like, we just need to like now do it.
Yeah. You totally deserve a theme. Like I feel like it should have happened earlier somehow. I mean, you'll get a theme.
Yeah,
for
fuck
sure.
yeah.
You're a talented little fucker.
Oh,
like
thank you.
I've seen you just like sit down at a keyboard or a piano and just like bust something out crazy like. And I've really admired that about you.
Thank you.
Bust it out and bust it on.
Bust it out crazy like.
So I'm curious. I have a question. So Jake, you've listened to every episode thus far of our show. I'm really curious from someone in your perspective, like what kind of a style of song like comes to mind? Like what, based on like our energies, like the way that our finished product comes out, because sometimes it's kind of hard on this side of the microphone, like from your perspective on the outside, like what kind of a vibe do we put off?
That's a good question.
You did like when you first brought this up to me like months ago, like you mentioned brass, which has like stayed in my head the whole time.
Fair enough. I've already tainted your answer.
Even before, but even before that, it's like the energy is very like I don't just like
Jazzy?
ideas are like constantly being thrown out, and like it feels like you're working on something the whole time. Yes, yeah, like jazzy.
Okay.
Like I think of like a bass going like in my head of like and then like a piano kind of like just like coming in and out, and then like a little like funky like saxophone thing happening.
Yeah.
Like a slow intro, but then it like explodes. Yeah.
I like this. We
A little cymbal.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It literally feels like a jazzy train of thought.
Yeah.
It's like
I thought it'd be kind of fun too if it started out kind of like that and then like the key kept going up, so like the song just kind of keeps like changing and like like more intense, and like maybe if you had like a clip from one of the episodes where you feel like you're really like riffing and like getting crazy and laughing, that could kind of like be in the background, like build with the theme.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then like after that, like hard cut to pause for room tone, and then you like go into the episode maybe.
That would be cute.
That would be really fun.
Ooh.
That was just an idea.
We've been talking about like incorporating music into the podcast, whether it's like our various like tones or like, you know, different iterations of like our main theme, and sprinkling that around there.
Yeah, totally.
Very, very lightly talked about it, but still an idea.
It would be kind of cool if the theme like got like added to over time or something like that. Like you're working on the story over time, so it'd be cool to like hear the progression in like some of the music too.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
that would be cool.
That would be super fun.
It could be kind of like the Marvel, like the graphic intro for Marvel Studios, where like they kind of have that same structure, but they keep updating the footage that fills in those gaps.
Yeah,
I didn't know that actually.
It was less gradual. It was kind of like, hey, we now have a new title introduction because we've made 10 more movies.
Yeah.
We might as well use some of that footage now.
Yeah,
Right.
which makes sense.
Yeah.
Showing off the properties in a very fun fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. That would be cool.
Do we talk about, I think you were going to ask Maddie, like, how do we see the theme song being implemented? Like, how do we see the intro going?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant like, like timing wise.
Yeah.
Like, how do people feel about like...
I feel like something fast. My main reference to you is like the intro to Barry, where it's just like a quick beep, 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 boom, cuts done.
That's perfect.
Like that I can imagine being really fun and just fast and loose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something, you know, really kind of melodic with horns.
But still like recognizable.
Oh yeah, like it should be like catchy.
Yeah.
Totally.
Right.
The other day I was listening to a podcast that uses a song. The podcast was Sounds Like a Cult. It's very fun. I would check it out. I don't know if we want to promote other podcasts on our show.
If you like it, yeah, let's do it.
It's a fun time. They talk about like different culty things in America and they have a good time. But they have a song. It goes on for a few moments and it's very melodic. And I found myself later that day totally had that song stuck in my head. And therefore I was thinking about their podcast. So I think it'd be fun to have something catchy go stick with people.
Writing catchy stuff is like my favorite thing to do. Like so much of what I write comes first from like just being at the piano and like finding something that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Like finding something that like sticks in my head.
Cool.
Yeah, I love fun. Like I love that as our word.
Yeah. Yeah. It should definitely be fun.
I will say sadly, and I've kind of known this like just from like the like sounds that are on the keyboard that I have, but even like the ones that are in Pro Tools, which is the software I'm using, brass is like really hard to make sound good if it's not actually like a real instrument.
For sure.
Right,
Like,
that's fair.
because like strings you can make sound okay, but like brass for some reason it's like that different sound just sounds like immediately like a little more electronic.
Yeah.
So when you give it like a MIDI instrument, it just doesn't sound quite right. I think there's a way you can make it sound decent, but like
For sure.
I haven't quite figured it out yet.
For sure.
Well,
Interesting.
We can just record brass. So like Tim King runs a record label
Oh yeah.
and has offered us like as much as he can help, he
Really?
will. And you know a very talented brass musician.
I definitely think like saxophone should be in it. Shout out to my boyfriend, Elias, who's a better musician than me and can play basically any instrument and have it sound good immediately.
He's super talented as well. We ended up, was he graduating with some sort of an education in music?
Yep. So Bachelor of Science in Instrumental and Classroom Music K through 12.
And put on a fantastic show at our local college. I believe it was kind of arranged by him, and he had on a few other people and played several different instruments and just killed it.
Yeah, I was very proud of him. For his senior recital, which everyone in that program has to do. And yeah, he like did saxophone and like conducted a saxophone quartet and sang.
Played
He's an
piano and
incredible
sang.
singer.
Yeah.
God, that's so cool.
Super cool.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, shout out to Elias, man.
yeah, and I'd love to have him featured if we can, if it makes sense.
Yeah.
Have him featured in our song too.
Absolutely.
That would be great.
I would love that, and he would love that.
Yay, love. My Mulder and Scully playlist is 3.5 hours long.
Oh, fuck. Nice.
My Johnny Knoxville one is 5 hours and 5 minutes.
I was just going to say another good example of like iconic theme music is like the Jackass.
Yeah, totally.
Like,
Yeah.
they don't even play the full song sometimes, and like you already know, like it's Jackass.
You
That's
just
all you
know
need.
from that instrument.
Yeah.
Like, you hear that ding,
Ding.
and it's like, yeah, we're watching Jackass.
Yeah.
God, I love Jackass so much. Shout out to Jackass once again.
Were there like other ideas for like what you might think of as like the sound of the podcast, kind of?
I've always seen it as, kind of dancey, kind of jazzy, like a really fun. Like I could kind of see just something really kind of twinkly and bouncy on a piano would be a lot of fun, even if
For
that's
sure.
kind of background.
You know what's a good movie reference? Just watch the entire movie of Whiplash.
Oh, Whiplash is one of my favorite movies
Yeah.
ever. I was actually going to bring that up too.
Really?
Because that has a lot of the like thing I was talking about, a lot of like the bass in the background, giving
Yeah.
it kind of like the.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh, true. In some of their more
Yeah.
tense scenes, like that movie is phenomenally.
It really is.
See, but I don't want it to be tense.
Well, no, like even just some of the like the whatever. There's a lot of just like fun stuff in it too.
For sure.
Right on.
I've only seen it once, so.
Oh, it's
It'll
so
get
good.
more and more tense as we go on.
Yeah. So in addition to the theme song, one thing that we'll definitely have to find is just like little stings,
Oh yeah.
like little 5-second interludes. Because there are a lot of times, sorry, dear listeners, there are a lot of times where like we finish a thought and we start a thought and like they're not really connected at all.
We need something in between that.
Yeah, like the amount of times that I've wanted to put in just like 5 seconds of go. And then we jump, and then we jump into a Seinfeld episode.
Yeah.
I would also like argue too, like It's Always Sunny does a really good job of like their music, even though it was like wasn't like tailored for them. It's all just like royalty free music.
I've seen like 2 episodes of that show like 6 years ago or something.
Oh no!
Really?
Yeah.
It's such a good show.
That's
It takes
tragic.
a lot of work.
It does.
You
Not
really
for
need
me.
to just like watch it all in one day to even like
Yeah.
the characters.
And I'm like in general like less of the comedy person than
Yeah.
I think the 3 of you are, which is kind of interesting. But like,
Sure.
I have wanted to give that one another shot for sure.
I totally recommend. We love It's Always Sunny here. Shout out to It's Always Sunny.
Yeah, I would say before you said Always Sunny.
It takes a
Oh,
while.
Seinfeld.
Oh, Seinfeld.
Like Seinfeld is kind of accurate too. Like the ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding. Like jazz clubby feeling.
Yeah.
Like just that like chill jazz, like but still hype, you know?
Yeah.
Somehow the two at the same time.
I was thinking too, like, have you thought at all? I mean, maybe it's probably like too early to get into this really, but once you start kind of thinking about like what maybe the music for the movie might sound like, if you want, I don't know, it depends how much music you want in it, but like it'd be cool if the theme for the podcast and the movie kind of had like a similar feeling going on too.
I
For
agree.
sure.
That would be
Yeah.
awesome.
I feel like it's a little too far out for me
Probably,
to even
yeah,
think
that's
about.
fine.
Yeah, we're not quite sure, but
it
yeah.
would be cool.
Yeah. It'd be cool at least to like somehow incorporate our like theme song into the movie. Maybe not have it like the main soundtrack.
Yeah, maybe that's
but
a
maybe
better
it's
way to
like
do it.
on the radio or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Or
sure.
it's like the second credits song.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know how
Cool to,
there's
like-
always like the main credits and then there's like the secondary credits?
Yeah.
That'd be
You should
cute.
throw in more Easter eggs for like people that listen to the podcast.
Oh,
Right.
I think we want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'd be great. What would be a fun Easter egg?
Oh God.
Don't let me put you on the spot.
God.
As someone who's listened, to be fun to see what you thought would be a fun Easter
I
egg.
was going to say this sounds like pretentious because I just sent in a photo, but like to put people's photos in it somewhere.
Oh.
That
Oh,
would be
yeah,
fun.
like on their banisters and
Yeah. Guys,
Oh, yeah, true.
I know I'm going to forget this, so I'm going to tell you this right now. I think I thought of the symbol, the cult symbol.
Yeah.
What if it's the room tone logo, but like
Oh,
just
that's
like the
cool.
C or whatever? Or not the seed.
Oh, just like
Yeah.
that could work.
I like that. I love the room tone logo, by the way. It looks so good.
It was such a fun time creating that.
It was.
That was like one of my most like proudest moments of us, because we just like got together. We sat down. We had a core idea.
Yeah.
And then Swain brought in like an outline. And then we just sat down and we just kept like editing it and putting in changes.
Try that.
Yeah. And then it just appeared, and it was like, oh my god, this is it.
It was awesome.
It's beautiful.
Thank you, Jake.
Yeah, that was creativity at its finest.
And I love that it's yellow, because I love yellow now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Jake, as our dear guest, would you like to give a shout out today?
I give a shout out to a listener?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know we were talking about a listener.
A little special someone.
Yeah.
A little special someone.
So Maddie and I have a dear friend that I've known since like junior high, and Maddie has known since like kindergarten, I think.
Yeah.
Aw.
His name is Griffin. And we love him dearly.
Yes.
And if he listens to the podcast, which we hope he does, then he should send us a picture of his dick. We'll keep it at his dick. Yeah.
Come on. His taint. We gotta keep it classy.
He would too.
Just send us an album.
Yeah, just send us your dick pic album.
You know, it'd be a fun challenge since we're on a music train. Take a photo of your favorite album.
Draw your favorite album cover.
Oh, that's a good
there we
one.
go.
Yeah.
Griffin, we would like to. Well, yeah, I'm on this episode.
Yeah,
we would like to challenge you.
Yeah.
To send us a picture of a drawing of your favorite album cover.
Since we're talking about music this episode.
Yeah, baby.
I love
and it doesn't
that.
have to be good. It
But
just
try.
Yeah.
Because we'll know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't disappoint us.
But keep it carefree.
Okay. also, you live in a very amazing scenery place.
Oh yeah, we also miss you.
Yeah.
You should also take a photo with your drawing behind some beautiful nature. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Bring it
And
all.
use bokeh, and it's yellow, and it's blue.
Yeah.
And then show us your cack.
And get us a dog.
Jake, I wanted to ask you if we can derail real quick. I believe in like episode 1 or 2, we talked about our top 3 comedies. And I wanted to ask you, what are your top 3 comedies?
Oh, that's so hard.
Yeah.
I feel like every question is going to be hard. I was more into comedies like when I was younger.
Yeah.
I loved Bruce Almighty.
Yes.
Hell yes.
Like, I think that was the first Jim Carrey movie I'd ever seen, and
Really?
first Steve Carell movie. So, like, that's definitely big for me.
Wow, and those are 2 legends.
Yeah.
That is such a good movie. Like, it's just so funny. And it's got heart, and it's like, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bruce Almighty.
Great choice.
I did really love Bridesmaids too.
That's
around
okay.
when it came out.
Oh.
I think it may have gotten a little bit of flack on this podcast at what point, I can't remember.
It might have. No hate though.
Which I definitely understand now. I actually like rewatched it, I think last year, and I definitely see why like it didn't hit me as much as it did when I first saw it. But like Kristen Wiig is still just like
She's
love her
very
style,
funny.
and the
She
writing
is
in it
great.
is so good. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, so true. She's great.
I'll have
Okay.
to watch it.
Yeah.
So we have Bruce Almighty, Bridesmaid.
Is The Room a comedy?
Yes.
The Room? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's my third.
That's your
Oh,
third?
yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Dude, that was like one of the best days ever. When
Yeah,
we
no
watched
kidding.
The Room together.
Yeah, was it?
That movie sucks.
This is me. It was Maddie. It was Jake. It was me. Was there anyone else there who
It was
watched?
just us.
Yeah, it's just us when we lived
Yeah,
together.
the 3 of us used to live together, and we sat down and watched The Room one day. And
Which all friend groups should watch it at some point.
Absolutely.
get together.
You've seen it, right?
I have not seen The
Oh,
Room.
Oh, we need to watch The
Yeah.
Room.
Yeah.
You've
Like,
seen The Room.
I've not seen The Room.
tonight.
I've seen Disaster Artist, and I've seen
That I didn't love.
Room.
I didn't like Disaster
Yeah.
Artist
You're
either.
kidding me.
No, I'm
No,
pretty
we
sure.
need
That's
to
like-
watch The Room.
That is that's like literally a classic now in its
Yeah.
own way.
My
Yeah.
jaw has dropped. You haven't
We
seen
need
The
to
Room?
watch
Yeah,
it.
I'll watch it, yeah.
That's shocking.
We definitely, like, the 4 of us should watch
yeah.
it.
Totally.
Absolutely.
It's a lot.
It's
It's so creepy crawly
Yeah.
and, like, upsetting. I love it.
I just want to know where he got his money.
That's what we all want to
I
know.
think there was
Like-
some story that he like sold jeans, and that's how he got his money or something.
Of
I don't know.
course.
I
Jeans.
want to see the jeans that he sold.
I think Tommy Wiseau is a cryptid.
That
So
makes
what?
sense. Tommy Wiseau as like the Bigfoot pin would be awesome.
What?
A cryptid is, I actually just learned the definition of a cryptid.
Yeah, lay it on
I
us.
don't know it.
It is an organism or an animal, a creature that is believed to be real with no actual evidence of it existing.
Interesting. So Bigfoot.
I can think of
Yeah.
some of those.
Yeah, like Bigfoot,
Bigfoot.
Loch Ness Monster, Mothman.
The clitoris.
Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah, Jersey Devil.
Chupacabra.
Yeah. So how perfect is Tommy Wiseau in there? That's
Yeah.
totally true.
I don't know. No one knows where he came from, what he's up
His
to.
accent is implaceable.
Yeah. It's implaceable.
He's an anomaly.
He's something else.
Okay, that's a good lineup. So
Yeah, I
Bruce
suppose.
Almighty, The Room, and
Bridesmaids?
Bridesmaids.
Yeah, sure.
Hell yeah.
I totally see that for you.
Yeah.
I'm honestly probably missing some, but I'll stick with that for now.
It's a good list.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Great cross section.
Yeah. I can't believe I didn't have Jackass at that point.
No kidding. I'm so
It's
surprised by
become
that.
such a core thing for you. It's crazy.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Came
Tell
in
me
hard.
about it.
Came in hard and fast.
Yeah.
They really did.
Just like Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, dude.
And that boy.
I
Seriously.
love that one of the characters is just named Johnny Knoxville. It's still Johnny Knoxville, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
it
like
is.
his
Okay, yeah,
name.
perfect.
Johnny
Yeah.
Knoxville
Yeah.
Brinkman.
Yeah.
His
I
last
thought you
name.
meant actual Johnny Knoxville.
I mean, I love that. I love him too, but
Yeah,
Well, that's good because we're casting him as the kid.
Yeah.
that'd be great.
It's gonna look weird.
He
He
could
still
just
hasn't
be on his
gotten-
knees the
yeah.
whole time
Oh my
for
gosh.
only that reason.
Oh boy!
Maddie, why is there a gag in his mouth?
It builds character.
Action!
Remember, I'm Johnny.
But yeah, I would probably put Jackass on my top 3 comedies.
Yeah.
Now, but like at the time, I had never seen it.
Wow! Imagine the day.
Imagine such a pathetic world to live in.
I'm glad you enjoyed that.
They call
Yeah.
it the BJ era.
Yeah, and it sucks. Before Jackass.
Thank you.
For anybody who didn't catch that. We should watch Jackass too.
we really should. That's
Like,
fair.
please do it with me.
Of course I will.
I'm literally down whenever. It's like you
We'll
and
do a
Breaking Bad.
Jackass
Yeah.
in the Room double feature.
I remember
yeah.
that when you messaged me like at 8:00 at night, and
Yeah.
you're like, I'm watching Breaking Bad. I'm like, well, all right, I'm on my way.
Did
Yeah.
you still not finish it?
No.
Oh man.
No, we still
makes me
haven't
so
finished
the
sad.
only
it.
person I've ever heard of that got to like midway through season 5
Yeah.
and stopped. Does it like take itself too seriously for you?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Totally. And it's just like, it's douchey to me.
What?
It has
I
a
don't think it's
douchey air.
douchey. Why is it douchey?
I think it just has an air of douchiness to it. Like, I think
Is it like the people who like
Our
went
fans?
crazy about it? Is that part of it?
I feel like it's more of the show taking itself too seriously and like really like acting up that it's like, oh, we're Breaking Bad. Like, I feel like as they got popular, the creators of it made it feel that way.
Mhm.
That's interesting. It felt like, I mean, I haven't seen it in like such a long time, but it felt like just such a consistent show
Yeah.
from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was like when that show started, it was like 2000,
I think it started in 2008.
but that was like before we got into like the era of like, when people say like prestige
Mm.
TV now.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
And it was like such a turn for him as an actor. Like he is like so much of why that show was
Yeah.
big. Like I think
Right.
Bryan
he
Cranston.
alone, yeah, Bryan Cranston and
Aaron Paul. Yeah.
equally, I think.
Their dynamic was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally get that when Breaking Bad happened, it was like the first of its kind. And I can see it like that. But like personally, it's just not
Maybe,
super interesting to me.
maybe we've just
Which is fair.
watched too much of like
Really good stuff.
like modern
That's
premiere
fair.
television.
Is it hard to go back and watch like older, like dramatic stuff
yeah.
for you?
Yeah. Except for like the X-Files, because it has like a
Oh, sure.
nostalgia
Yeah.
feel to it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very like new age. I feel like I have a really hard time going back in time, like watching anything old. I don't know.
It's
Always
become harder for me.
just feels off to me.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
so cringy.
I know.
That feels like a douche jar.
I feel like it's the opposite. I feel like if I'm like a film nerd, it's like I should be watching older stuff. Like,
I know.
I don't know.
Like I wish I was douchier about older
Yeah.
stuff. Like there are so like I haven't seen Citizen Kane.
Have you not seen Citizen Kane because you actively don't want to watch it, or it just wasn't available to you?
I guess the second. I mean, no one has ever walked up to me and said, "Do you want to watch Citizen Kane?"
Because I haven't seen Citizen Kane, but I would watch Citizen Kane if I had the opportunity.
I watched it in school and I was bored. It was, I mean, of course, that was also like before I was like really appreciating the cinematography. Like I actually have kind of wanted to rewatch it.
Right.
Just to see what I think of it now.
Well, and that's what's interesting because, I mean, that movie is cinema iconic.
Yeah.
Like it is the movie of movies. And like it kind of goes with what we're talking about Breaking Bad, where it was kind of the first of premiere television. Going back now and saying that it's boring is maybe because we've been so exposed to like the crazy shit of the last 50
like
years.
we're spoiled now.
Well,
People are going crazy with the stuff they're making.
I will say, I will be this guy. I don't think Breaking Bad's boring. I love Breaking Bad.
I think Breaking Bad's boring.
And that's okay. And that's definitely okay. Like I respect that. I think it's super exciting. I love the character transition throughout the series, not just for Walt, but for Jesse too.
Yeah.
I hate what they did to him. I hate it.
Well, if you finished
And
it.
then
we will finish it. We just need to like get a day where we have like enough time to just watch it all in one go.
And then also watching El Camino too.
Yes, and I really want to watch El Camino. So like I
Yeah.
know we'll finish it. We just haven't yet. Okay,
That show
we're
has, like-
doing a lot.
That show has some great music in it though too.
I just wanted to say I have a good time watching it. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it shows its age that much unless we're talking about the cell phones. That's the only thing. Every time they flip a phone, I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn, it'd be 10 times easier for them if they just can open an app.
Mhm,
Jesus. Holy shit.
But they look cooler.
But they do look cooler and you can smack it down. Uh,
You've never been into like crime stories though in general too. That's
Haven't
kind of
you?
like a crime drama.
Not
in a
like
way.
of that kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also like totally fine. Like,
yeah. Just
Yeah,
feel like
no,
they're
I know
probably
it
asking
is.
you to like defend your position too much because it's such a huge show. But like, everyone has different tastes. Like, it literally doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter at all.
Mhm.
But it's just like, I mean, seriously, I was complaining about things the entire time we watched that show.
Big time.
yeah, I know, and that's totally fair.
Like, so the fact that I stuck it out that long should impress y'all.
We're proud.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, people should be watching Hannibal because I want season 4. Please, fuck.
Jake, since we're kind of putting you in charge of our theme song and music and
Yes.
stuff, do you have any like questions for us or?
How long?
Oh,
Do you
Yeah,
think
we
it should
still
be-
haven't answered that question.
Yeah.
okay. So let's talk about like how do we see that song being used?
I see it being used, I guess, to want to introduce us, to just have like that familiar sound right away in the episode.
So like pitch us like the introduction of the episode.
Why can't we just say how long we think the song should be? I think it should be like 15 seconds max.
Yeah, I feel like
Max.
the average podcast theme is like around that.
Yeah, max.
Do you want it to be something that can fade out or something that like just cuts? And
I
then you're
like
into the
hard
episode?
stops,
Yeah. Okay.
personally.
I think if we wanted to do it in terms of like that, I think it would be wise to do like a 30-second version, a 15-second version, a 10-second version, a 5-second version, and then like
For
that's
sure.
it. So that way, like if we ever needed that for any specific reason, we just slide it in.
Yeah,
Right.
totally.
I just think the intro to the podcast should be like that 15 seconds.
For sure. And that could be like our staple, like 15-second.
Right.
I'm sure like a big part of this too is just going to be like me messing around and like sending you guys stuff over time to like see what works.
Heck yeah.
Because it's hard to like, it's really hard to describe a sound in
Totally.
general. Like, so
Yeah,
like,
that makes a ton of sense.
I remember even when like a few years ago, like we had a project that we were going to do that I was writing music for that like didn't end up happening.
Right.
And it took a little bit to figure out what the feeling of the score was going to be. Even when you get into like, it's like strings and piano and like this kind of feeling, it's like there's still so many different things you can fall into.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That's like this freaking movie.
Yeah, we had no idea what it was going to be when we started.
Yeah.
I love what it's turned into though.
Oh yeah.
I think
Isn't
it
it
sounds so
fun?
funny and like so just like the longer you've gone on, the more like specific it's become to you, which is
Yeah.
so cool.
Yay.
Do you see it like molding into
Yeah, totally.
this thing?
Oh,
like the
that's
fact-
awesome.
Like once
Yeah.
you made the turn that it's like the story of a cult family, it's like yeah, that totally
Yeah.
exactly.
That's
And
literally when
that
I
opens
got super excited too. Like I was like, oh my God,
Yeah. And
guys.
that's like the best thing is like when that like opens up ideas for like earlier in the movie too now. Like
Yeah.
it's cool.
Right.
Yeah, it's been really cool to kind of come at it from so broad and just whittle like the entire thing down as we come in closer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It kind of feels like the logo.
Yeah.
Just a longer process of the logo. And that's how the music will feel too.
Yeah.
It's just the creative process.
Yeah, exactly. Which I like feel like I've been like on the journey like as a listener. That's so and like I feel like there was a period where it's like it felt like you were trying to like I feel like Austin, you were kind of thinking sometimes it's like, you know, like can we go back and look at where we started and like look at where we are now? It's like you felt like you had to acknowledge something.
Right.
Which is like a cool part of the process. And then it felt like from there you kind of like all kind of like honed in on this idea.
Yeah.
It's just been I just like it.
Dang.
Yay!
That's like exactly what we set out to do.
No kidding.
That's really cool to hear.
That makes me happy.
Thank you so much. That is very
Of course.
kind. We definitely sought out to do that. And the fact that you said that without being prompted.
I think this is as much a look into the creative process as like anything that gets made,
Damn.
to be honest.
I mean, and that's all we wanted. Like, just so many times of like, man, I wonder what it was like in the writer's room doing this thing that we love.
No kidding.
Are you planning on like keeping it going while you're actually like in production too?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
so cool.
It'll just be way less like brainstorming and way more like just talking about what happens.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we just do 20-minute episodes because they're just like, this is what happened.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta
But
go.
we'll still be
We're tired.
funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll still be
do
funny and
banter
entertaining.
stuff.
Yeah, we're always funny, we promise.
Yeah.
Even when we're really tired.
Yeah.
Especially when we're really tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Jake. That's very sweet.
To answer your question.
What was my question?
How long it should be.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, you asked, should it fade out or should it hard stop? And I like what you guys said, that it should be like a hard stop. I think that's perfect, especially like with the way that our intro currently is we just kind of like stop and we're back in.
It would be fun to do kind of like an homage to the Barry theme.
Yeah.
It would be like an abrupt cutoff.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah, totally. But I wonder from the group, do we see it as like fading in? Because I always kind of like, I've kind of pictured like, and it starts to come in, pause for room tone as it grows.
Oh, I
Interesting.
don't.
There's no silence after ringtone.
Yeah. Sorry.
That was the best way you could have said that. Oh, no.
Sorry.
Shut down.
I see what you're saying,
we can
Swain.
discuss it,
No.
but
Not that.
I kind of heard of it, like thought of it as like quick drum roll and then like boom, like we're into it.
Yeah, I imagine that too. I kind of imagine even like a hard go. I don't know if that's like a term, but
yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Hard
I'd
start.
be disappointed at my level of music terminology.
No, that's
You'll
okay.
be disappointed at how hard it takes or how long it takes to hard go. We got there.
are you sure?
Yeah.
Where are we?
Heaven.
We may have gotten there, but I don't know where we at.
It's sticky here. I don't know.
Human.
Yuck.
So where does the song go before we say pause for room tone?
Oh fuck! Maybe it does go in the end.
I always assumed it went after pause for room tone.
Okay, maybe
That's what I just said, and you freaked out at me.
No, not during it though. Like after, like, and pause for room tone, and then it starts.
That
not
makes
like
sense.
Fading through.
As I was saying that out loud, I'm like, wait, that doesn't make sense. So
It should be around each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought about it like happening while we were talking. I always pictured it like starting.
Well, and that's always been my favorite way that music is used in podcasts. Is it like fading in? Like you hear someone kind of wrapping up and the music kind of starts to come in as they finish their line. Like it feels very like nice. I don't know. Like it always just feels really good to me. Like, and then the song crescendos and it starts to like come back down again and they start talking. And sometimes the song plays for another like 10, 15 seconds while they're talking.
I mean, that part is like how it's integrated is like totally up to you. But I definitely like the feeling of like the music still playing a little bit while you're getting into it.
Yeah. And maybe that's kind of like, maybe that's more for the stingers, for those kind of like 5-second hits. Like we might come in for like a big horns hit and then end with like 10 to 15 seconds of like the bass, like you were talking about.
Sure. That
kind of comes in underneath what we're saying next.
Yeah. I wanted to just like ask again, let's say like, because there's a possibility that I'm not happy with like any of the brass that happens.
Yeah.
I think it could work, but like, let's say that for whatever reason that we're just not happy with, like what other sounds do you think could like maybe work?
Piano.
For sure.
Totally.
whale
Synth
chanting.
is always an option too. I love synth.
Oh, I feel
But I
like
don't know how much that fits with what you're doing, so that's totally fine.
Like a Stranger Things vibe.
I'd go with that.
I'd
See,
go
I
with
mean, because
that.
our yellow is pretty retro, but I mean, it's more like a 70s yellow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, or like flutes.
Yeah,
like
or it could be something like cute
instruments.
and like fun and light. Yeah.
Mhm.
I could see like wind instruments.
Harpsichord.
No, not a harpsichord.
Did you know actually saxophone is a wind instrument?
Really?
Yeah,
I guess that
think
makes
it's actually
sense.
considered a woodwind.
Oh,
Which is
Interesting.
I guess that
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
Huh.
Anyways,
Cool.
Woodwind.
Do you know
cello? Dun, dun, dun.
that is not a
Chill.
woodwind.
cello?
Neither is mayonnaise.
Get schooled.
It's made out of wood.
Wow, he is an expert.
Yeah.
Woodwind is such a fun word. That should be the
Yeah.
name of this episode. Woodwind with Jake.
Oh yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hell yeah.
Emphasis on wood.
Getting down to brass tacks.
Mm-hmm.
No, I like mine more.
Woodwind. I was just going for something.
Sorry. I like woodwind.
I like woodwind too.
I think that one would win.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
All right, well now we have to.
Wait, y'all. Okay, we've been watching a lot of Who's Line, and
Oh,
we
that's so
decided who each of our Who's Line personas are.
I feel like there's a piece of Colin in my heart somewhere.
I so totally see you as Ryan.
Oh, that's totally fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jake, I think you're 100% Ryan.
You just have like the energy of Ryan.
That's fair. I always thought Colin was just like a little funnier though too for some reason.
They're both so
Yeah.
goddamn funny.
They are, especially together.
Yeah. They're like a match made in heaven.
Wait, so who were all of you?
I think Jake is Ryan. I think Swain is Colin. I think Austin is... What's his name?
Drew Carey?
It was
You
Drew
think-
Carey.
really?
Yes, I totally like the happy, like
Yeah.
chill one. Like he's never like up to antics. He's always just like he's just
Yeah.
like got like the funny
Dude,
zingers.
He's hosting The Price is Right now, and that's what I'm for. The price is always right with that man.
The Price is Right rules.
Did you ever watch the new Who's Line?
With
Yeah.
Aisha Tyler.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really extra.
Yeah, and like literally every episode they had a like celebrity guest, and every single time it's like, who is this?
Yeah,
and
they
why are
were
they
like-
on this show? Like they're not funny at all.
Yeah, they got like the bottom of the bucket B-list
Yeah.
celebrity to be on Who's Line, and it was not good.
No.
But yeah, so Austin, Drew Carey, and myself, Greg Proops. Because he's the meanest. But I totally feel that for us, and I think that's fun.
I could vibe with that.
We just need to find a Wayne Brady and we're off to the races.
True. We need someone to dance and sing.
Don't look at me.
Did we have anything like... I'm trying to think of other things that we like actually wanted to make sure to talk about this episode, just so we don't forget them. We already did
I don't
like...
think we planned very much.
we didn't, but...
I guess I do have like another question.
Sure.
What was your introduction to music? Like, what started
music
your
in
passion?
general?
Yeah, what started
Oh,
your
man.
passion?
Mm.
I mean, the first thing that like got me into actually playing music is guitar. Like electric guitar was the first one that I started playing.
Mm.
And I can't remember if it was because like a cousin of mine, like Erica, shout out Erica. I love you.
Yeah.
What grade were you in? How old were you?
I remember in 4th grade, like going to my teacher's place for some like, that sounds
Interesting
weird.
reason.
Yeah, okay. There was like a thing where like the 400 club, if you read 400 minutes or whatever,
Oh,
like
yeah.
a group of kids would go to the teacher's place and have like spaghetti or something.
Yeah.
So I
Hell
did
yeah.
that. And, like, I remember playing guitar for him and him being like impressed or whatever. So for sure by
Cool.
4th grade,
Nice.
but I think by probably 3rd grade is when I started.
Mm.
And then
And I
what?
feel like maybe like Guitar Hero for sure, like got me
Brought that
wanting to
out.
do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
cool.
And then it kind of moved on from that to like piano later. Once I started getting really into film scores, I wanted to play scores on the piano. So that was like a big deal.
Jake learned to play Innocence by Avril Lavigne for me on the piano.
Mhm.
Oh,
I learned a lot of stuff for you.
You totally did. That was just the first thing. Yeah,
The Zoe 101 theme I remember being
Yep,
a big deal for
absolutely.
you.
Absolutely. And the one from the Mythbusters
Oh, yeah.
video. Sorry, we'll have to find these references.
yeah.
that could be a whole rabbit hole.
Yeah.
That's
Well, that's cool.
So where has your journey kind of brought you? Like
Nowhere.
To Room Tone Podcast.
Yeah, which is very much somewhere actually.
Well, where do you want your journey to go? Like, what Well, how do you see music being incorporated in your life? Is it just like art that you really like to do, or is it something you want to like do as a career?
I'm definitely still figuring that out.
Yeah.
Like for a while it was like I want to score movies was a big thing. Lately, like I'm really into like pop songwriting now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like I used to be really into rock, and then I kind of turned into like indie rock and then indie pop. So I'm definitely in like a pop phase now. And I really want to start writing pop songs. I'm actually working on one right now.
That's so exciting.
Yeah. Oh my God, I would love to hear a pop song written by you.
I'm getting pretty excited about it.
Fuck
when you have it finished, we'll promote it on the show.
Oh,
dude, I would love to listen to it.
That's definitely, I think, something we want to like try to go for. It's just like promote other artists, get them out there, get their names out there.
Yeah. I know that, Austin, that's been one of your biggest goals in the creation of this show.
It really has, because like there's so many artists that go into like a production. It is crazy. It's insane when you like sit down and see like the credits go by. All those artists have like a story and like have like a specific thing that they do. And I think it's just like a cool opportunity to get to know, you know, those individuals and hear what they have to say. And so like hearing that story and hearing.
No, I feel honored.
Yeah.
Well, gosh, we're lucky to have you.
I'm lucky. This is wonderful.
And it's cool now that you're the first.
And like I have so much confidence in like what you're making.
Oh,
damn. It's going to be so good.
That's good because we don't.
Yeah.
Someone's got it.
Yeah.
Every other day, yo, should we just burn it?
Should we just burn ourselves? I mean.
That is so unacceptable that you would ever not make it.
I like that. I like that terminology, unacceptable.
Yeah.
That's solid.
You've already like put this much into it.
So much
and like
time.
at the very least, it's going to be like such a representation of like the stuff that you're into now.
Yeah.
That's
is like beautiful in its own way.
Yeah. Well, I'm stoked to like. It's crazy to be looking at the project from here, but like I'm so excited to look back at it as a whole.
Oh, same. Yeah. Like literally 10 years down the road, wherever we may be, I feel like I'm going to look at these moments very fondly because like this is like our like big project. This is what we did when we were younger.
Yeah.
You know? Like that's what's constantly going through my mind.
Yeah. Truth.
It's hard to like get a project like this like going.
It's a huge commitment.
Yeah. It has been tricky. Yeah. There's been a lot of, there's actually been a lot of bumps in the road, and it's cool to see where we're at now.
I mean, I will say I was working on a short film also for a while that is currently on the table because I just was not super happy with the script. So like I'm also pretty familiar with the story creation process and like hating it one day and loving it the next and ultimately not liking it or whatever.
Yeah.
Big time.
We've definitely hit hurdles like that.
No kidding. It's so crazy how one sentence can turn the paradigm of, oh, I hate this thing doesn't make sense to, oh my God, everything is put together.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Totally.
And and we still have like a lot to do, which is like intimidating but exciting. And I'm excited to see where we all go.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, did we make a show?
I think we did.
Show made.
I think we
Do we want to say goodbye to the people?
Goodbye.
Sure.
Farewell to you, my friend.
Goodbye.
Oh, I thought we were doing Bo Burnham.
I thought we were doing Sound of Music.
I thought we were doing Bear in the Big Blue Box.
I was just saying, pause for room tone.